Wake up with us every morning.
We'll bring you news at its peak.
Accurate and factual report.
Morning Dew, where every sunrise begins with inspiration and fresh perspectives.
Hello there, good morning, and welcome to Morning Dew on Dott Television. My name is Henry Uzo, and of course, we go through our normal track, take you through the news update, the headlines in the papers, do some analysis, and then have some conversation. Of course, we are still expecting to have a sports update, entertainment gist, and business update. Success Benjamin is in the studio. How are you today?
I'm doing great, and you?
Okay. Very blessed.
Yeah, it's a fruitful Friday, and thank God it's Friday. Welcome to Morning Dew on Dott Television, where we bring you top stories and headlines making waves around the globe. I am Success Benjamin. Your day just got brightened. Uzo, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good. I like your coming out today.
Okay.
It's a branding.
You just need to do a little bit of tweak.
Yes, even me, you can see I dressed down. I went for the short suit instead of the long one. That means I'm getting used to the cold air conditioner.
Okay.
That's it. As we go on, we'll get used to things.
That's awesome.
All right. Viewer, just sit by or stand by, as the case may be. When we come back, news update is with Success Benjamin. Wake up with us every morning.
We'll bring you news at its peak.
Accurate and factual report.
Morning Dew, where every sunrise begins with inspiration and fresh perspectives.
Wake up with us every morning.
We'll bring you news at its peak.
Accurate and factual report.
Morning Dew, where every sunrise begins with inspiration and fresh perspectives.
Welcome to News Update on Morning Dew. Still on the Economic Summit, Delta State Governor Right Honorable Sheriff Oboriwori says his administration's economic diversification drive is focused on securing long-term prosperity for future generations and creating more opportunities for young people. The governor made the statement while receiving a delegation of Brazilian and Malaysian investors after they inspected key investment sites at the close of the Delta State Economic and Investment Summit in Asaba. Governor Oboriwori reaffirmed his commitment to providing a business-friendly environment, highlighting ongoing investments in roads, bridges, healthcare, education, and other critical infrastructure to support investors. He assured the delegation of adequate security and attractive returns on investment, stressing that Delta State is open and ready for business. Speaking on behalf of the delegation, Roberto Fosenka said the investors were leaving Delta with renewed confidence after 4 days of meetings with government officials, business leaders, and visits to investment sites. Fosenka disclosed that the delegation would return in October with more investors to implement signed agreements, conclude feasibility studies, and finalize joint venture partnerships. He expressed confidence that stronger collaboration between Malaysia, Brazil, and data states would boost agriculture, create jobs, and opportunities. Now, still on the fake agency saga, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offenses Commission (ICPC) has submitted an interim report to President Bola Tinubu on its investigation into the alleged fictitious Presidential Foreign Investment Promotion Council (PFIPC) and its purported Director General Adeniyi Adeyemi. ICPC Chairman Musa Aliyu disclosed this after meeting with the President at the Presidential Villa in Abuja. Aliyu said preliminary findings showed that Adeyemi was never appointed by the federal government and that the appointments later, government gazette and other documents used to establish the agency were forged. He revealed that the fake council operated from the former office of the defunct Presidential Economic Advisory Council, where it allegedly engaged in impersonation, false representation, and other unlawful activities. According to the ICPC chairman, investigators also uncovered two other fictitious agencies linked to the operation. He said the agencies were created with forged documents and used to open bank accounts for illegal activities. Aliyu, however, stated that no government funds were approved or disbursed to the fake agency. The commission has recommended the prosecution of Adeniyi Adeyemi, disciplinary action against any public officials found to have aided the operation, and reforms to strengthen internal controls across government institutions. He added that investigations are ongoing and describes the report submitted to President Tinubu as an interim report. President Bola Tinubu has approved the permanent employment of 3,252 long-serving Parents-Teacher Association PTA teachers into the federal civil service. The approval is aimed at providing job security and strengthening the quality of education in federal schools. Minister of Education Dr. Tunji Alausa said the affected teachers, some of whom have served for up to 25 years, will be absorbed as education officers, assistant education officers, and technical instructors in federal unity colleges and federal technical colleges across the country. The minister described the decision as a major step towards recognizing the commitment and years of service of the affected teachers. Now, on entertainment, the Nigerian film industry has been thrown into mourning following the death of renowned movie director Dimba Atiya. His death comes less than 24 hours after reports of the passing of Nollywood actress Teritope Osoba. The founder of the Best of Nollywood Awards, Seun Aloketuyi, announced Atiya's death on Thursday through an Instagram post saying Dimba Atiya is dead. The top Nollywood director passed on this morning, which is yesterday morning. Details. Actor Wale Ojo also paid tribute on Instagram, describing Atiya as one of the greatest minds in the entertainment industry as of the time of this report. The cause of Dimba Atiya's death had not been disclosed. Now on sports, Real Madrid have reached an agreement with Brazilian forward Vinicius Jr. over a new contract with an official announcement expected before the end of the week. The breakthrough followed fresh talks on Wednesday after months of negotiations that begins in January 2025. The new deal is understood to reflect Vinicius' growing importance to the club, both on and off the pitch. The agreement is expected to end Arsenal's hope of signing the 26-year-old after the Premier League champions reportedly identified him as a top attacking target. Vinicius scored 22 goals and provided 14 assists for Real Madrid last season, further cementing his place as one of the world's leading forwards. Speaking after his first training session under new manager Jose Mourinho, the Brazilian said he was settling in well and enjoying working with his new teammates. According to Vinicius, Mourinho has encouraged him to remain confident, positive, and continue playing his natural attacking football. And here is it for news updates on Morning Dew. Stay with us when we return with much more insightful discussions after this break. Don't go away.
Wake up with us every morning.
We'll bring you news at its peak. Accurate and factual report.
Morning Dew, where every sunrise begins with inspiration and fresh perspectives.
That part, Abby.
Wake up with us every morning.
We'll bring you news at its peak. Accurate and factual report.
Morning Dew, where every sunrise begins with inspiration and fresh perspectives.
Wake up with us every morning.
We'll bring you news at its peak. Accurate and factual report.
Morning Dew, where every sunrise begins with inspiration and fresh perspectives.
In the heart of Asaba, where the street tells the stories every single day.
From the corridors of powers to the decisions shaping governance and politics in Delta and Nigeria.
From traders counting every naira to families battling rising costs and uncertain times.
From football pitches to sporting successes to the major developments making the headlines all over the world.
And from the untold human stories, the struggles, victories, resilience, and hope of the everyday Nigerians.
This is the news beyond the headlines. Dott TV News are your trusted window to stories that truly matter to the people. Here, we don't just report events, we tell the human stories behind them.
We impose extra burden on the masses. I feel your pain.
Only humility will lead us to unity, and unity will lead us to peace.
Go to the market and sell their products.
Wake up with us every morning.
We'll bring you news at its peak.
Accurate and factual report.
Morning Dew, where every sunrise begins with inspiration and fresh perspectives.
Yes, welcome back. And of course, we go straight to the papers. We start with Business Day. And Business Day says, the crop that feeds millions but earns Nigeria no forex value. Egypt's pound leads the decade-long currency slide among Africa's largest economies. Public outcry rattles Tinubu, orders EFCC to unfreeze Osun accounts. I think that's all we have in that's all we have.
All right, so let's come to Daily Trust this morning. We have the rescued abductees said, we slept in open space for 6 months. PSC hands over 50,000 recruits to police for training. Ex-DSS official remanded over alleged link to IPOB. Still on the Phantom Council, ICPC declares presidency. The ICPC discovered that Adeniyi Adeyemi also created 2 additional fictitious government agencies apart from the one that is known in the public domain. Our investigation unraveled 2 other fake government agencies, namely FCT Investment Promotion Agency, FIPA, and Foreign Investment Promotion Agency and Public-Private Partnership, FIPA, PPP. And that's it for Daily Trust.
Over now to the Daily Times. And of course, we have, I am embarrassed. Tinubu orders EFCC to vacate Osun government account freeze, cites election timing. The next is Correctional Service removes prison chief 2 officers over death row. Inmates viral TikTok live stream. Corporate loan demand rises as bank defaults decline, CBN. That's all we can take from the Daily Times.
Moving on to The Guardian, we have how poor regulation shields oil firms, harms host communities. That's the front page of Guardian this morning. Senate fumes over 1.16 trillion naira fuel subsidy bill in 2021 may summon AGF. Security operatives rescue 5 Ogun police students or your teenager. ICPC uncovers 2 more fake agencies in PFIPC investigation. Now, the down part of it, we have relief in Oshun as opposition lawyers orders question EFCC's independence. Retired DSS officer arraigned as for alleged IPOB membership terrorism support. Manufacturers seek 20% interest rate as funding crisis lingers. And that's all for The Guardian.
All right, next we go to The Nation. On The Nation, we have nothing to fear about state police, IG tells police officers. Dangote leads US in aviation fuel supply to Europe. And of course, don't panic over Abuja earth tremor. Alake urges residents. Work begins on major federal roads in Osun State. And then, of course, President asks EFCC to vacate order freezing Osun account. ICPC recommends Adeyemi's trial, sanctions for culpable officials. That's what we have. Of course, okay, that's what we have in The Nation.
Now, let's see what The Punch has for us this morning. First, on health, we see health crisis. Lagos short of 40,000 doctors. EFCC boss faces public fury as Tinubu reverses order. President distance self from EFCC Osun account freeze, says, I am deeply embarrassed. NBA lawyers orders back Tinubu for condemning account freeze ahead of August 15 poll. Apologize to Tinubu Oyetola over frozen account allegations, APC tells Adeleke. And that's all we could take for The Punch.
Next, of course, is the Vanguard. And on Vanguard, we have 315 abducted Nigerians rescued in 24 hours. Tinubu to EFCC, defreeze Osun account. How inmates run operations from behind bars. And then, of course, probe. ICPC links 2 more fake agencies to Adeyemi. We have studied Indian-American models. And then we won't allow APC return Osun to dark days. All that on Vanguard newspaper.
Now, bringing us to the Nigerian Tribune, we have CBN says monetary policies, structural reforms tackling inflation. NCO's CG launches crackdown at Ibarra prison. Dangote refinery emerges Europe's largest jet fuel supplier, overtakes US. Now, the major headline, we have ICPC uncovers 2 more fake agencies in PFIPC probe. Submits interim report, recommends Adeyemi's prosecution, identify collaborators in SGF office, Accountant General's office, Budget office. NITDA says no funds approved, appointments later forged. Security operative rescue adopted 5 Ogun students. NLC will begin negotiations for workers' salary increase. That's coming from the NLC chairman, Ajero. That FG moves to strengthen anti-money laundering counter-terrorism framework. Now on health, 4 in 10 Nigeria medical students gamble online study. Then we have here, legal luminaries speak as president stops EFCC. Timing of anti-graft agencies' action few days to election inauspicious. Embarrassing to me, he says. Tinubu has exposed minds of EFCC independence Atiku Oshunsu's EFCC demands 2 billion damage. And that's all for the Nigerian Tribune.
Next is Daily Independent. And of course, on Daily Independent, we have Tinubu's EFCC directive sparks opposition backlash. Tinubu receives indicting report against fake PFIPC DG. Osun sues EFCC for 2 billion naira over frozen state account. And of course, we have NCAA, NAMA, AAU locked in sharing formula row, 5% ticket sales charge. Then, of course, Dangote overtake US, becomes Europe's #1 jet fuel supplier. Senate probes 2.36 trillion naira fuel subsidy spent, threatens AGF with arrests. Shettima embarks on first annual leave since assuming office. Tinubu okays recruitment of 3,252 PTA teachers for Unity colleges. All that from Daily Independent.
Now moving over to New Telegraph, we have here, fuel subsidy gobs 1.16 trillion naira in 2021, says Rama. Pan-Africa columnists urge South Africa to address xenophobic issues, foster unity. 2026 Electoral Act, designed perfect before it was taken to NAS, Galadima alleges. NCAA demands restoration of 65% share of ticket cargo charges. Aggrieved APC G15 rebrands as Otege Progressives in Kwara. And that's it for the New Telegraph.
Well, that's all we have for paper review this morning. When we come back, the headlines in the papers. When we come back, we'll look at the headlines. Stay with us. Wake up with us every morning.
We'll bring you news at its peak.
Accurate and factual report.
Morning Dew, where every sunrise begins with inspiration and fresh perspectives.
In the heart of Asaba, where the street tells the stories every single day.
From the corridors of powers to the decisions shaping governance and politics in Delta and Nigeria.
From traders counting every naira to families battling rising costs and uncertain times.
From football pitches to sporting successes to the major developments making the headlines all over the world.
And from the untold human stories, the struggles, victories, resilience, and hope of the everyday Nigerians.
This is the news beyond the headlines. Dott TV News are your trusted window to stories that truly matter to the people. Here, we don't just report events, we tell the human stories behind them.
We impose extra burden on the masses. I feel your pain.
Only humility will lead us to unity. And unity will lead us to peace.
Go to the market and sell your products.
massive world record. Martinelli goes, boys out of his goal. Martinelli, could be in here. This will be 3 for Arsenal.
Dott Entertainment, your weekly dose of pure fun, airing every Monday to Friday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Saturdays, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Only on Dott TV.
Wake up with us every morning.
We'll bring you news at its peak.
Accurate and factual report.
Morning Dew, where every sunrise begins with inspiration and fresh perspectives.
Yes, welcome back. And of course, we're looking at some of the headlines as written out in the papers. We are starting from President Tinubu. Obaka, thank you for coming.
Thank you so very much.
And of course, we are joining somebody on Zoom.
Okay.
All right. I think we are going to do with Dr. Ayodeji Ologun. We're experiencing some network, but he's on screen now. Dr. Ayodeji, good to see you. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yes, how is Adwekiti?
Adwekiti is fine this morning.
Have you been experiencing some rains there?
Well, it rained for a better part of the day before and yesterday.
Okay.
But today we're having a clear weather.
Oh, we're enjoying clear weather here. Good to see you. Of course, success. Can you welcome Ayodeji?
Good morning, Dr. Ayo. How are you doing today?
Good morning. I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
All right, to look at some of the headlines, we are aware that the papers were awash with, reports that the president froze or ordered EFCC to freeze the account of Osun State, and many felt that was a political jibe on Osun State and its governor. But now today we are hearing report that he was surprised and has ordered EFCC to defreeze. Can you speak to that, please? What is the true position and what does it stand for our polity?
Well, I want us to be very careful in ensuring that we don't mix pure administrative and governance issues with politics just because it is the season for it.
Okay.
For those who have been watchers of happenings in Osun State and the events following it, you will recall that sometimes in February of this year, 2026, there was an issue between an auditing firm called Talis Abbott and the Osun State government over the issue of ghost workers and what have you. There were allegations of 50 million and counter allegations in that regard. And in an attempt to come open, the Osun State government by itself invited the ICPC and the EFCC to come and check their records just to prove that they have nothing to hide and to prove to the citizens of Osun State that their records are clean. And in March, according to the release of the EFCC, by March team moved in to begin investigation in the very account Lane placed upon. And the FCC, according to them, said that they discovered that between August 2nd and 2 days ago, which is the 5th, if I'm correct, they noticed unwholesome and suspicious, in their own words, movement of money from that state government account to corporate accounts to the tune of about 11 billion. And you will recall that that particular account is the account that the federal allocation is being paid into. It's the same account where the ecological fund, another intervention fund of the federal government, is being paid into. So what the EFCC did was to approach the court to seek an order to place a do not debit hold on that particular first bank account of the State government. And that's exactly what it did. And that generated a lot of furor. The political class misinterpreted it because of the timing. Because it was too close to election, maybe there were other elections, the state government of the ANC, or whether the president is involved, or the political class is using the EFCC to victimize the state government. But by the release of the EFCC, they made it clear that none of that is the case. But yesterday, the president, through his spokesperson, issued a statement that as much as he would not interfere in purely administrative and governance issues, he strongly believes that the timing of that action of the FCC was wrong because it's just a few days to election. And by the veto power of the president, he ordered the FCC to go back to court to vacate that order that mandated them to place an hold on that account of the state government. And that exactly is what's being done. Don't forget that the president has what is called the executive power to do all of that. And in the interest of the general populace and in the interest of the nation, that is what the president has. But the president did not order that a do not debit be placed on that account. He never did. The MC is only acting in tandem with their laws, with their own rules. What has simply happened is that the order of the president acts that he approved. That exactly is the scenario of what transpired in Osun State in the last few days.
Oh, thank you very much, Dr. Ayo. That explanation, tends to clear the air very much. Whatever it is, thank God the account has been defreezed, as it were. Now we'll move to other area. We have the ICPC submitting its interim report, what is called interim report on the issue of the fake agency, and then in the process has uncovered two other fake agencies, and then suggesting, or do we say recommending, that this man be prosecuted, Adeyemi. Now, what is the position on that, please, Dr. Adeyemi?
Well, for those who have been watching the case involving the so-called Adeyemi, you will recall that by virtue of available records, that is not the first time Adeyemi will be setting up or be involving himself in issues that borders on connivance to defraud or even act of fraud by itself. Do not forget that he was at a point in time, and let's just say on protocol, to the state governor, where he used the benefit of his office to defraud some individuals or even the state government over a travel. So,
we're having network issues there.
Now that that incident of his of compromise or of the role he played, are you with me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
You with me?
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
So you recall that the so-called Adeyemi indicted Rajabi Amila, that is the chief of staff to the president, and that necessitated his arrest by the police, and of course the presidency ordered the probe by the ICPC into the matter, and that is exactly what the ICPC have done by coming up with an interim report, which did not only indict Adeyemi but also discovered two new fake agencies. So what goes on from here will be the decision of the federal government to either prosecute Adeyemi and everyone involved, or to have the ICPC do a total overhaul of activities involving the federal government agencies, or what you call an audit of the entirety of the civil service to find out as much as possible other ghost agencies and other ghost workers involved. So we await the decision of the presidency on the white paper, hopefully by next week.
Yes, the whole thing, the way it's playing out, because it's not being streamlined to the fact that ADME single-handedly through his, wiles, has been able to, break, or do we say circumvent all government procedures to come up with an agency by himself. What does that speak of our systems, our structures, and our processes of government offices? Because from what it seems, it's like it's ADME that is the sole culprit. He forged this, he forged that, and he went through deceiving everybody. What does that speak of our systems as a government?
That speaks of porosity in our administration as a nation. And just not me. A lot of public opinion watchers or public analysts have always advocated that our civil service is still operating the archaic system, whereby we're still using papers, data are not fully automated, and this makes it difficult to also always have a correct perspective or correct information about governance. The fact that ADME could do this much or go this far shows porosity within the system. You know what it means to forge the signature of Mr. President, forge the signature of the head of service, forge the signature of everybody involved, just to create an impression of an existing agency, even making interaction with foreign powers or foreign nations on behalf of the nation. It speaks of two things. Number one, porosity within the administrative network of the nation, and two, sabotage within the system. I am really convinced that ADME could not have done this alone. Because how could they have gotten his that fake agency budget? How did he get his details into the budget of the federal government? How did he get allocation within the presidency, within the federal secretariat to that office? How did he get allocation for official residence and all that? He could not have acted alone. Do not forget that there are even staffs purportedly working under that agency and drawing salary from the federal government. So this speaks to issue of sabotage. And we hope that ADME will not be made a scapegoat. And everybody involved in this cartel will be arrested, prosecuted, and of course serve as a deterrent to others who might want to do what ADME has done or do worse to put the country in a bad light.
Yeah, we want to see what happened, because there were also allegations of bribery that the chief of staff to the federal government was asking for a sum of money, 400 million naira, as bribe to get that job. So was he asking of job that he created by himself? These are questions that should be answered. Let's not belabor the matter. Let's go to other things. We want to see how things pan out. Now, let's look at the fact that some of our unity schools that we used to dream of sending our children to, we were operating by teachers who were appointed by PTA, to the extent that some of them have worked for 25 years, and now the president is just trying to regulate their appointment. Now, what does that speak of our systems? Because I don't understand. Some of us were dreaming that, our children should go to unity school. Now we are hearing that even what is happening in public school is, rampant in that place, where teachers, is PTA now that takes the, responsibility to appoint teachers and maybe pay them whatever they can. Speak to that, please.
You will agree with me that we are seeing through the reflection of issues in our unity colleges is a total reflection of what is happening in our educational sector. The educational sector is witnessing its worst decay in history, not just in terms of human resources, but even in terms of facilities. You go to some of these schools, they do not even have classrooms. The ones that have leaking roofs, no chairs, no doors, no windows, and all of that. So whatever is happening in the unity schools now is a reflection of the rot, endemic rot within the educational system of the country. And that is reflective even in the public schools that we have all around. In Yoruba parlance, they will say, Olojunion Jekoju Father means it is the owner of the house that will prevent it from being tampered with. So what you see are palliative moves by parents or PT organizations in some of these schools to ensure that their students do not stay out of school and that they do not lack the necessary knowledge required for life and for the future. And this is why they put hands together. Some of them contribute money to employ what you call PTA teachers. But it's unfortunate rather that some of these teachers being employed are not qualified teachers. You know what it means to be a qualified teacher? You must have attended a teaching school, either at the NC or the degree level. But because the PTA in most cases cannot even afford the services of qualified teachers. So what they end up doing is to employ less qualified individuals who do not demand so much just to fill the void. But look, if we want to do a total overhaul of our educational system, we have to come from the root, which is the infrastructure in itself. You don't expect teachers to come and teach in unventilated classrooms, in dilapidated buildings, schools that don't even have chalkboards, schools that are not even accessible by road. So there's a lot of factors that are involved. But it is time that the federal government, through the Ministry of Education, sits down, devise a means to do what is called a total overhaul of the educational system, and that includes not just infrastructure, but the human resources issues surrounding schools. The unity schools used to be the dream of parents. I still have a friend who was talking to me yesterday about everything needed to be done to ensure that his child goes to the Queen's College. That tells you that these schools are still in demand, but in ensuring that we achieve what is necessary, in ensuring that we bring it up to standard, the federal government has a lot to do, and they must do the needful. And the time is now. We cannot continue to delay what needs to be done now if truly we have the interest of the future of the coming generation at heart.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ayodeji, for coming on the program. We are glad to have you. And of course, we hope to be with you from time to time on paper review. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ayo. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, bye. Yes, that was it. We were with Ayodeji all the way from Ado-Ekiti in Ekiti State. That's how we do in Dott TV. When we come back, we have other conversations. Wake up with us every morning.
We'll bring you news at its peak.
Accurate and factual report.
Morning Dew, where every sunrise begins with inspiration and fresh perspectives.
From Harrison. That is a massive world record. Martinelli goes, boys, out of his goal. Martinelli could be in here. This will be 3 for Arsenal.
entertainment conversations. Asaba, in particular in Delta State, has been touted to be the heaven of, what do we call it? Is it Nollywood activities, acting and entertainment? And of course, most of the people around here into, stand-up comedy and entertainment generally. We have a lot of DJs and all that. And of course, we have somebody in the industry want to look at how much Asaba is meeting up with that big name as the heaven of entertainment, and of course, how the practitioners themselves are meeting up with the demand from Asaba. We have somebody who is in the know. Can I call him a son of the soil in Asaba, even though he's not from Delta State, because he's an homeboy in this place. Talking about Honorable Frank Otoide, aka Frank the Don. How are you today?
I'm okay.
Good to see you. I like your badge. You're doing good for yourself.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
All right. Sometime, we cannot avoid talking about it. Some time ago, people had election, and of course, I don't know whether that body has been inaugurated. The new ESCO has been inaugurated.
Mandate was stolen. Irregularities in the election. So much fight. You had over 1,500 voters that were supposed to vote.
Accredited.
Yes, they were supposed to vote because in AGM, the way election goes is either you register new members or the old members that their ID cards has expired, you have to renew. So that means 1,500 persons went through that process. An election held. More than 1,100 persons did not vote.
Why?
Yes, because they were fighting, they had to lock doors, they smuggled some persons through the window into the hall. They will ask you question, who are you voting for? If you say it's an opponent, they will not allow you in. If you say it's this other person, they will now open door for you to go in. So many things. We have clips, we have videos of the whole thing. Stakeholders were fighting, Election that the ANEC chairman, who is in charge of the election, walked away.
Oh, is it from the INEC, or we just
yes,
call it?
That's what we call it.
You got somebody.
Yeah,
you got somebody from the INEC office, or
no.
Okay, the umpire, the person that was to.
Yes.
All right.
The man had to walk away from the election.
So how did you get result for the election?
The BOT chairman continued the election.
Now let me ask this question, because sometimes we know when we when we write as journalists, we criticize politicians.
Yes.
And say, they cannot organize free and fair election. No election is, everybody wants to win by all means. But I noticed that in other areas, there are infiltrations.
Of course.
I got to know that even student union elections, that politicians had a way of infiltrating to be a way of controlling activities on campus.
Yes.
Now, what happened in this case? Is it infiltration, or just that you people could not manage
yes,
yourselves?
It was part of it.
Infiltration?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I had a meeting with the commissioner who was sponsoring the other camp.
Okay.
Yes, he called me. Said I have to reduce energy from my camp. That they heard it was me that was carrying my camp.
That was carrying it on your head.
Yes, let me reduce energy. Let me try and work with the other person who was going for chairman. I said no. He said, okay, if the person wins and I win, how? I said, I will resign. He said, why? I said, because that man does not have the idea
of
what we are carrying on this camp. We don't want to run the old AGM any longer. We are coming with fresh ideas. We want to build a new AGM. And the persons that were sponsoring that other camp are the persons that just want to remain in that old pattern of we are in charge.
Okay.
And AGM is dying. So it was like that. We had where we knew that things were going to go wrong is when the venue that was given by government was rejected.
Okay.
Because the Commissioner for Culture and Tourism gave us a venue. And the venue he gave to us is a venue that those kind of fights, courtesan movement,
Would
and
have
the
been
rest
controlled.
would have been possible.
Okay.
They gave us a hall in the state secretariat.
Okay, so now having all this played out during the election and the change of venue before election, and now during the election a lot played out that were abnormal.
Yes.
What steps have you taken, or did you just want it?
To tell you, the bad thing about these things is when the head is bad, the rest body is gone.
Corrupt. That's what the Bible says.
Yes. So imagine an election that went that way. We decided to put up a petition to say this is what happened. And the next thing we got from the national is that if you have to submit petition, you will pay 500,000.
Now,
Is that
first
a
of all,
normal way?
No.
was there any results at the end of the day for the election? Because you said
yes,
a whole over 1,000 persons out
yes,
of 1,000 and something.
yes, and they gave result of 400, about 300 and something.
Okay.
The total number that they used as a result was about 380 something or 70 something.
Let's leave your election alone. Let's come to the business of entertainment.
Yes.
Now, ordinarily, most young people are taking to entertainment as a way of excusing themselves from unemployment. In principle, that's what people say. Now, can you tell us, for those who are aspiring, what are the things that constitutes entertainments? What are the occupations, if you like, that constitute entertainment?
The truth is that, first of all, before you dive into any sector of the entertainment body, you have to first of all discover yourself.
Okay.
You have to know, because every man on earth has a gift from God. It's free. You come with it, is follow come. But the ability to discover it, that is the major fight. That is why you will see some persons, they've lasted a very long time as a musician, and suddenly they leave music, go into skits or movie
acting,
and they just blow. So the first stage is to discover yourself.
Okay.
What am I made for? When you discover yourself, the next thing is to know the right way to go about it.
Okay.
And the creativity around whatever craft you want to dive into.
Okay, let's take it from this angle that, you enjoy watching people acting and all that. And you feel, I want to be like this person. And so are you trying to say that if you feel you don't have those criteria or gifts, the entertainment industry, is it not a place, or the guild, is it not a place for one to also learn such skills or gifts?
One good thing about it is, first of all, you said the person will love
it.
Okay.
So you loving it is like buying it as your gift now.
Yeah. Okay.
So the next step,
collecting it.
Yes, you're collecting it. So the next step is to go for maybe training, go to any school where you can now do both practical and theory to build yourself.
Yeah.
There are so many persons, they know how to cook, but I would have loved to do afan soup, but because I'm not from Calabar, I don't know. Then the next thing, you go to catering school. So the love for that particular thing will also build you to go into it and succeed in it.
Yeah, we'll come back to my question.
Yes.
When we say entertainment industry is large.
Yes, it's large.
So what are the components? You have not answered that question. What are the things that make it? We know stand-up comedy and which are the other ones?
We have sport is part of entertainment.
Okay.
Fashion is part of entertainment. We have the acting, we have the recording artists, we have the hype men, we have comedians, we have the dancers, the poets. All these are part of entertainment.
Okay.
The saxophonists and the rest. So is large.
Okay.
Yes, it's large. So it depends on the department or the aspect you want to dive into.
Now let's look at Asaba.
Yes.
Like we said, somehow most of the people who are prominent in Nollywood activities, we see them around Asaba. We
Yes.
even find they live here. Now, what was the attraction for Asaba?
Okay. First of all, the acceptance
Okay.
of the people. There was a time it was just Enugu, Lagos, and Onitsha.
Okay.
Because
Onitsha is the outlet?
Yes, because I remember when I used to go for auditions in Abakoba Park in Onitsha. I have to sit in attach in the bus. I think it was 30 naira those days or 15 naira attached, going and coming, just to go for auditions at Abakoba Park. Then we had the recreation park at traffic light after a division.
After Total
yes, yes, that's place where you have trees and you know plenty people did not meet.
You've been long in this town.
I was born and I was bred and buttered in this town. My placenta is here. So, you know, suddenly the people in these houses started requesting for, you know, monies. You want to use location, you want to use broom, you want to use anything. They are asking you to pay and the rest, you know. And the filmmakers now discover that we have even used here so much.
Yes.
This city of Asaba.
Let's go see.
New buildings, you know, places are opening because, you know, the development in these houses started from Kebu.
That's right.
From Kebu to Ezenei. From Ezenei, we came into the town. From there, we now opened, from Ibuzo Road, we now faced DLA.
Yeah.
You know, from DLA, we came to Anwai Road, and from Anwai Road,
this man.
Before, I worked in Interboa Construction Company.
Yeah.
And those days when I was working there by 4:35, you can't get to legislative quarters.
No.
It was a farm road. You just hear birds singing and, you know, chanting. So,
what of fact, at the time, taxis were stopping at FMC.
FMC, yes.
Then you trek up to
Interboa. You know, the first plaza then was Konwe Plaza.
Yes.
You know, so the place was just opening. New houses, new locations. Okpanam then was a village where you could get for, you know, for epic movies. And that was how they came in. And when they came into Asaba, when you tell somebody who you want to use his house that time, say, Peter Doche, they come.
And
we
want to use your apartment.
Yes. He go cook, he go buy drink, he go inform all the neighbor for the area that say Peter Doche is coming, or Mama G is coming, you know.
True.
So your house at that time will even look like a palace.
We bubble.
So when the filmmakers now discover that this is how it is here.
Everything is coming gratis.
I say, let's just go. And by the grace of God, today, this is it.
All right, we are going to take a short break. We'll continue with the conversation on how you people have progressed in Asaba.
Yes.
Viewers, stay with us. We'll come back. Wake up with us every morning.
We'll bring you news at its peak.
Accurate and factual report.
Morning Dew, where every sunrise begins with inspiration and fresh perspectives.
We're with Frank the Don, Francis Otoide, one of the prominent entertainers in Delta State and of course in Nigeria. But we have him here. He said he's bred and buttered in Asaba. The way you are describing the evolution of Asaba, man, you have become an architect, a town planner. Now let's come back to entertainment. How we have it. Now, when you, for instance, I know you are into, stand-up comedy. Or that's what we call it now.
Yes, stand-up.
Now, but sometimes you act.
Yes, I do.
Now, out of acting and stand-up comedy, which one is your thing?
Is the stand-up comedy.
Okay.
Yes, because now where you receive more.
Yes.
Now go be.
Now that you pay attention.
That has built the brand for you.
Yes, of course. Yes, and with comedy, I've traveled out of the country. With comedy, I've done Frank the Don in the Kitchen UK tour.
Wow, awesome.
Yes, I had my show in Manchester, Newcastle, London. And last my 2 visits before the last one, I also joined my colleague and we had a tour in the UK over 12 states.
Okay.
Yes. In the
Wonderful.
UK,
Yes.
Now, as you are talking now, there are people who are watching, success asks a question. Sometimes you learn by doing.
Yes.
Sometimes you learn by watching. Yes. They say to speak well, you listen to those who speak well. Now, as you are here now, there are people who admire you. They want to be like you when they grow up. Now, for you as a person, were you always funny? Or you grew to develop fun or cracking jokes? How did this come? Was it a gift or you honed it through a desire?
It was a gift.
Okay.
Because first of all, I started from the teenage class in church.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll play the drunkard husband, and from there, when I got into secondary school, I joined LEAT, the debating and the dramatic club, and I was always doing mock news.
Okay.
Yes. So from mock news, before I had that opportunity to be coming on air, I would trek from St. Bridges to DBS.
Wonderful.
Every Saturday morning, just to do mock news for 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yes, on the morning ride show those days with Fiona and Sammy Fejoko.
Sammy F.
Yes, and I did that for like a year. And the next year, I got a call.
Okay.
NTA came. Thelma Eliogu said, Frank, how many minutes did they give you for DBS? I said, it's 15. So I'll give you 30 minutes. Plan some other things, including mock news.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was how I moved to NTA. And, and this time,
no money.
I will go on air. I will trek.
Yes.
It's not even shishi. This one is that I will trek.
Yes.
But at that time, nobody was looking at celebrity life.
No.
That is why this fake life.
Yes.
I did not know where the thing came from.
You will not.
Do you know I will leave the studio?
Yes.
I will be trekking back home. Do you know the joy I got that time trekking back home? People will run out of their houses to say, see that brother when we see for TV just now. Brother, you won't finish us. And we laugh. Mommy. Yes. You'll be walking with that pride of, so I made these people happy today. Every Saturday. I went as far as going from Asaba to Emeka Falls village. Every Thursday, yes, every Thursday with my money, no salary, to go on radio.
Wonderful.
Just to do a program on radio. No salary. The radio station opened, I heard about it, I approached them, I said I can do a program. They said, okay, let's give you, what have you done before? I told them, gave them history, and they gave me a program. And I did it for about 4 months. I stopped when the hold up on that bridge became something else. So sometimes I'll stay on the hold up for 2 hours and my program time will just elapse. I'll come down from there, take another bus and go back. So, you know, it has been a gradual process, but it was a gift.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, deriving joy from these things over the years.
Yes.
I don't want to say over the time, over the years.
Yes.
So can you tell us the success so far, like the progress so far? How has
When
it
did
been?
you when did it click?
How has it
And
been
how did it click?
for you and the entertainment industry?
The truth is that I cannot give you the particular time when it kicked because every step that I've taken in life has been a success for me.
Okay.
During this time, I was doing the TV thing and the rest. I was getting jobs to do small MC birthday, and they were paying me 15,000, 7,000.
That was good money then.
Yes, and my mates those days, at that time I bought a ladies' machine.
Okay.
Even when
with the
yes, brand new Obuawa those days.
Yes.
You know, so it has been one step after the other.
Okay.
I was in my house here in Asaba when Glow called me for Glow Laughter Fest.
Wow.
Yes.
Awesome.
And I went to 4 states, including Echo Hotel. The last tour day was Echo Hotel. I can still remember backstage, I saw RMD. And he said...
For the first time?
No.
Okay.
He knew me then.
Okay.
And he said, "Are you in this bill?" I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Congrats, you're big."
Awesome.
Because that bill was for Nigeria, Kenya, and Uganda.
Okay.
Comedians from 3 countries together for that night. And I was in that bill.
All right. We're going to put 2 questions together because our time with you is winding down.
Yeah.
One, what level of encouragement did you get from your parents? Because I know at the time you started, you know, there was still this, you know, attitude towards somebody who is not serious with his books.
Of course.
You are cracking joke when you're supposed to be reading your book. What is the encouragement you got? 1. Then 2, what's next for Frank the Down? Where are we going from here?
Okay. For my parents, I didn't get it that hard kind of, but you know, that attitude will always come. Yes. But the day I got the free hand kind of, because I started traveling for shows from my SS2.
Okay.
Yes. So, but the day I got that free hand was a day I had an event. I think it's a birthday. And my dad said I should follow him to somewhere. I now said, "Daddy, I get show." He now said, "How much they won't pay you?" And I said, 7,000. He said, "Don't worry, follow me, I'll give you."
Yeah.
And I said, "Daddy, no. Even though you give me, if I go that show, I will get
extra.
another.
Another 7,000.
Another show.
Okay, from there. Oh.
So that struck him, and he knew that
you're serious.
Yes, he now said, "Okay, go." And I believe from that day, they
let you be.
Yes.
So there was never a time your parents said, "This boy, are you not sure you're running mad or you're going?"
No, not at all. Not
because
at
my
all.
own parents did that.
Because the way I started also coming on TV. So even when I'm leaving the house, my dad is glued to the TV. He's waiting to watch his son. No, he's waiting to watch his son. You know, and this part of when you now come out, somebody will just tell you your son too funny. I'm not be small lover. I'm not a miss that in program. You know, you have that pride that my son is doing well. So that is how it is.
So finally,
so
there's this notion people have.
Yes.
That if you don't go to Lagos, you won't blow.
Yeah.
Are we expecting you to remain in Asaba and visiting Lagos, or one of these days you will shift? What's next?
The truth is that whenever I get this question, I ask if we all move to Lagos, who will make Asaba?
Okay.
The people in Lagos did not leave Lagos. People left their places
to go to Lagos.
If the movie industry that is trending today, if the comedy industry that is trending today in Asaba, if we have left, it will not go.
Okay.
So we are not going anywhere from Asaba to the world. That is
Yeah.
what I always say.
All right.
From here, I've been to several countries. I've been to, out of 36 states in Nigeria, I think it's about 6 states that I've not been to when it comes to entertainment.
Okay.
So we are not living here. We are building this place. Go and check all the billboards in town. People are coming from Edo State, from Port Harcourt to do shows here in Asaba. So if there were no foundation, they won't come. Because we started this, we have clients who buy table for millions of naira. That is why they can come and still talk to those people. We have a show the way they do it before, buy table, buy ticket. So we are here and we believe that the industry in Asaba will grow more. And just to give you a little light, as I speak to you now, we've started a movement called M-Funds. Entertainers Movement for Oshimili North and South. We are pushing it towards Delta North. I'm the convener of that movement. As I speak to you, I brought the heads of all the sectors, the chairman of the DJs, the Nollywood, the recording artists, the hospitality, hype men, saxophonists, bouncers, everybody together in the entertainment industry to form that group. So we are together and we are building it. We are making sure if you bring show outside from Benin, anywhere, you must feature our people in town. Because if these people were courteous and the town is not peaceful, you won't come and do your show. So once you come in, we'll meet you and you must feature our people.
All right.
That is what we are doing.
So much on entertainment talk. Of course, we can go on and on with Francis.
Frank.
Otoide.
Yes,
Frank
because I
Otoide.
noticed that there is no short Frank.
Yes.
But they have some short Francis. So
Yes.
it's Frank.
Frank.
Yes.
Frank be done. Yes, thank you for being there.
Thank
Somebody who is homegrown, he's been in Asaba here, he has remained here. And that's what we preach for most people. Everybody is talking about going to America to make it, going to UK to make it. But you see, here is somebody who is saying from Asaba to the world.
And
Yes.
thank you also to His Excellency, who is in love with entertainment.
That's right.
For the history of Delta State, this is the first time we have over 14 appointees.
Wow.
But over and above that,
Yes.
give credit to Governor Duatu.
Yes.
He started the
The
trend.
trend for, yes, but
All right.
for government appointment, Sheriff.
All right. Thank you for coming. And of course, viewer, stand by. We'll go to other conversations when we come back. Wake up with us every morning.
We'll bring you news at its peak.
Accurate and factual report.
Morning Dew, where every sunrise begins with inspiration and fresh perspectives.
Wake up with us every morning.
We'll bring you news at its peak.
Accurate and factual report.
Morning Dew, where every sunrise begins with inspiration and fresh perspectives.
Yes, welcome back. And of course, we're shifting discussions again. Here we bring you varied discussions that make for a better society, that make for better awareness. And we are shifting to inter-ethnic relations because right here in the studio, we have Alhaji Anwalu Tukur, who is leader Arewa community here in Asaba, Delta State, and also chairman Delta State Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Sanu Deswa.
Yawa Sanu ya aiki.
Tom Madala.
Good to have you, sir.
You're welcome,
very
sir.
much.
You're looking very good and sublime.
Thank you very much.
Yes. First of all, sorry I'm asking this way.
Yes.
Where are you from? Which is your state? And what inspired you to come to Asaba?
Well, actually, I was born and brought up here in Asaba.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Yes.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
And I started my schooling here in Asaba.
So your parents were from which state originally?
My father is from Kano.
Okay.
Well, my mother is from Katsina.
Wonderful. You're in Nigeria.
It's complete.
So, yes, you say you were born here and then
yes.
you have grown in this place.
Oh, yes.
Can you tell us about your experience in Asaba, growing up?
Asaba is a very lively place. It's a very good place.
Okay.
We grew up as a community. We interact. You know, we have in our area we call Cable Point.
Yeah.
It's more or less an area whereby you have the non-indigenous.
Yeah.
With some indigenous are also there. So we grew up there as a brothers.
Okay.
Just like during Salah we celebrate Salah, during Christmas we celebrate Christmas.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right. Now, what has been your major attraction to Asaba, apart from the things you have spoken about? Because when you are in a place, for instance, maybe your parents will be telling you stories about where you come from. Oh, this thing they are doing, we don't do it in Kano. This thing they are doing here, oh, you can't see it in my place. What are the things that, you identify with and the things that shocked you, growing up? I know you are born here. So Asaba is your first culture, as it were.
Yeah.
But from the stories you hear from your parents, is there anything that shocks you about the way we lead life here?
Well, actually, there's no much things that shock me like that because when we were growing up, we went to Islamic school. We went to.
You had Islamic school in Asaba?
Yes, we had Islamic school.
Okay.
Where you learn how to read Quran.
Okay.
Then we go to normal English school. We interact and live well. When there is this Asaba culture, we prepare for that one.
Okay.
We buy clothes for all those Ine festival and all this. We join them.
Wonderful.
Many of our some that grew up here, they travel somewhere or they were in school, they will come back and join and buy the ways and join the cultural these events.
I can say you've really had a wonderful experience here in Asaba. So now that you've enjoyed that part, so your children, what is your take to your children as well? Like, did you also encourage them to, develop themselves and, have other of their, or you want them, you encourage them to go back home, or you encourage them to develop here in Asaba?
Like I have a daughter, she's married here in Asaba.
Okay.
She grew up here in Asaba, despite the fact they went to school outside Asaba. She came back. Some others didn't come back.
Okay.
They were in the north. Some are in Abuja in the school. Some are in Kwale here, this Novena University. Yes. So you see.
Now let's look at this. Sometimes, as an educated person, you hear news about inter-ethnic violence. Maybe you hear that, the Igbo community in Kano has been raided, there was a riot and people were shops burnt and all that. How do you feel about those things? And how do you preach against them?
You see, actually, that thing started during 2006.
Yes.
It's during 2006 when there is a crisis at Onitsha.
Okay.
Because we that were born here, actually, Asaba here is our home. Even though when you go back to the north, some of our relation doesn't know you.
Yes.
Or they will be say, this
Or
one na Igbo man,
they
this
don't-
one,
they don't
this one,
understand
you know, say they know Bendel. They say this one na Bendel man.
Yes.
Na Bendel, all this thing. When that thing happened, we are not really happy at furniture.
Yes.
But because our people moved down to Asaba.
Okay.
That time it was during our leader's time, Chief James Onanefe Ibori.
Okay.
I placed a call to him. He mobilized security down to the River Niger to save so many of our people that were crossing down, and some of them that were injured. He made sure say they were catered for, and a camp was open at Ogwashuku.
Okay.
That time.
I'm aware of that.
Yes, the camp they were taken there. They were fed for over a month, almost 2 months or 3 months. Some of them were that wants to go back to the north. They were transported back to the north. He take care of them. That are government of Delta to take care of them. And at the end of the day, he asked at that time Deputy Governor Ilue, may he so rest in perfect peace, and our former governor, Dr. Emmanuel Eweta Odua, to look for a space. That is why you see they now find that Oko market.
Okay.
Yes. It was given by Ibori, and when Okoa come, he made sure say everybody moved there and expand the place.
Okay.
That's our leader. That's my father, Dr. Ifeanyi Ato Okoa. I call him my father because
you have many fathers now.
Yes.
Starting from Ibori to
Yes.
yeah, I see the way you are trending.
Because Okoa trained us politically.
Okay.
We are his disciplines. We learn from him.
Okay. Now, let's come back to this because you have now drifted into politics. Are you a politician?
I'm a politician.
So what attracted you to politics?
Actually, my late senior brother is a politician. He contested for councillor then. That time, years back, during NRC SDP.
In Asaba here?
In Asaba here. We have a lot of outside people that contested. Even right now, we have a councillor. One of my boys is a councillor.
Good.
In Ward 13, Oshimili South. So that thing prompted me to also bring in my people. Some of my people doesn't have interest.
Yeah.
But when I came back from school, I developed the interest. I now started as an ex-official for NRC. From NRC during Abacha time, we moved to UNCP. That time, Senator, my late leader, Chief Francis, Senator Nwaji, former senator, he was my leader here in Oshibili South. We're now moving, we're working under him and Okoa.
So now, how much impact do you think the Arewa community has in the politics of Delta State and in particular Asaba? How much voice do you have? Because we see they appoint you into positions now in the office. How did that come about?
You see, in 1999, before 1999, I was PA to Senator Nwaji.
All right.
We moved around during the formation of PDP. We moved around. He said we should move to PDP. After Abacha's death, there's this G5, I mean, this, they now form PDP and then we now move into PDP.
Okay.
I encourage my people, drag
Also
them to move to PDP. They all moved to PDP. There's a different political party. There's one in Mekoke that will bring out that time. But for PDP, some people hijacked the councillorship. We now asked him to move to NSM, which he contested under NSM and win the election that time.
Wonderful.
So we'll continue to be in PDP. We supported the government of the day. During the Ibori time, we supported him wholeheartedly. And he made sure, say, some people like me, I was appointed as a board member then.
Okay.
Yes. From there, we'll keep moving everywhere the government are doing this. We'll support them. We'll support for everywhere. More especially the Oshimili South interest, we supported it. We support the Asaba Oshimili community at any time. We support the state government.
Now let's look at it this way. You know, politics is such that we go along tribal lines. Let's take, for instance, when you had APC with Buhari. When we say Buhari, you know, the way we think in Nigeria, Buhari is your own person. It's Arewa person. Now, at that time, Delta State was purely PDP.
Exactly.
Now, were you having Arewa people, some of them supporting APC, some supporting, or all of you en masse? Do you support M Block, or you still have amongst you, do you still have people who belong to PDP, some belong to APC? Or you as a community, you galvanize yourself to support maybe your AGIP, any government in power?
Actually, I could remember history. I wasn't born then. When the late Sadana of Sokoto came to Onitsha, they were telling us as a history that he came to them and told them, look, you people are living here, you were born and brought up here. So support the government of that place. Forget us. Up there, forget us. So I took that in my mind always. We were in PDP. We never support, even though now my uncle they contest for election in the north. I will not support him.
You support
Because there's an Asaba adage that says,
can you imagine?
You understand? Where you live is your place.
That's where you matter to.
So we supported our candidate, our whoever our party brings out, we support him.
Okay.
From up to down. I mean, from presidency to Senate to House of Rep to House of Assembly to chairman to councillor.
Now, your position as leader of Arewa community, is it a political appointment or something that is ethnic oriented?
It's not political appointment.
Okay.
You see, leadership comes from God and also by the way you are taking your people.
Yes.
Okay.
Your people will have confidence in you.
Yeah.
Whenever there is something, all of them, they rally around to you. I could remember I traveled to Mecca this year. There was a security, something they had here. And everybody, I said, where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? They didn't see me. So you see, the way you take your people, that is why they will now say, this one is our leader. Anything they will say, this one is our leader. Like yesterday, I just came back from Abuja yesterday. My ward woman leader, they are doing something because they called me when I said, let them go around. I give them money for canopy, this. They say the money has exhausted. I still give them another money yesterday to go and make sure, say, our people, because there is one empowerment by the federal government also, and the state government. So they are checking their names. Because of this fairness, I give them money for chairs and all this. All this is part of leadership.
Okay.
Because I'm not around. Because when are you coming back? I'm back. So we are coming back to study politicking.
Okay.
Now in this government, you told us that Okowa is your father.
It's my father.
Now the government now is Ukodo government.
Oh yes.
Do you have any political appointment?
Yes,
now, what's your position?
My position, I'm the chairman, Delta State Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Tell us about the activity. How much does the state government involve in your Hajj operations?
State government support us always.
Okay.
Right from Ibori time to today, to tomorrow, state government are supporting the Muslims. They are sponsoring the Muslims to Hajj from day one.
Like how many of you go on Hajj on a yearly basis? How do you structure it?
Things are not the way it is before.
Yes.
The
economy.
The money for Hajj is too high now.
Yes.
It's almost 8 million, 7.9 something per person.
Okay.
Before, some years back, during Ibori, it's about 100 and something thousand. 180, 200,000, something like that.
So when things were good, how many people used to go? And now how many people go for Hajj?
We have a lot of people going. But private people are also paying.
Okay.
Like now, if you're a Muslim, you want to go, you come and pay to the board, we'll go with you.
All right. What qualifies someone to go Hajj?
Actually, being a Muslim is number one.
That's all.
That's all.
Okay.
You get your passport, you get your document, and make sure, say, you go and understand through the rituals of Hajj. How do you perform Hajj? How do you do this? How do you do this? Where you are moving from here to here, we'll do all that orientation. We'll do it in our office to lecture them on how to behave.
Okay.
And nobody should take any drugs along with him, because you can be hearing some places, but in Delta State, we never had such a thing.
Okay.
Because we normally used to tell them, nobody should give us bad image.
Okay.
Delta State has been very peaceful, and Delta State has been very good to the Muslim community in the state. So on no account,
and Delta pilgrims have represented us very well.
Yes, and on no account should anybody give us bad image. So we never had any issue regarding that. And always we used to conduct ourselves in a very good manner. That is why even the Saudi government, 2003, recognized Delta State and give us an award.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
What did they call the award?
Award of being one of the best states,
best conducted,
best performing state.
Okay.
I presented it to the governor.
Oh, wonderful.
The award, yes,
awesome.
With my commissioner, Beru for special duty. We are under Beru for special duty. So Delta State is good to go.
Okay, so now that you've, you're now a resident of this state and you've partaken in so many
all
areas,
the elections,
and all the elections, you are involved in politics. So what do you have to say about the government of the day and the security state of the level of the state now?
You see, actually, our governor, Right Honorable Elder Sheriff Oborewori, he's doing well.
Okay.
He's doing extremely well. He's a governor that likes everybody.
Okay.
He doesn't do, there's no any bias, no any tribalism. He takes you as a brother. Because I know for a very long time, I know him for over 20, 30 years.
Wow.
In Wari, because my uncle is the leader of Arewa, Sarki of Arewa in Wari.
Okay.
I know him very well.
You knew him from Wari?
I know him from Wari very well. He's a good man.
Okay.
He used to come to Hausa Quarter because when we have a holiday here, we go to Wari. He used to come to Hausa Quarter. Sheriff has come, Sheriff has come. You know, in Muslim setting, when you call Sheriff, you will see out of 1,000 people, you hardly got somebody who is answering that name.
Okay.
So that name, we used to give him special recognition, special respect.
Okay.
Anybody called Sheriff, you will see any Muslim, this man is
like a Seriki?
Like a spiritual
leader.
Leader.
Okay.
So that Sheriff, that is what Sheriff means.
Okay.
Just a spiritual.
Now, with your appointments, we expect you're an agent of government.
Yes.
So what is your plan towards supporting the government of the day in Delta, the government of Sheriff Oborowori, and to ensure, because elections are coming,
yes,
how are you sensitizing your people to ensure that en masse you are voting for him?
You
You're
see,
giving the support.
during the last registration, I will make sure all our people register.
Okay.
We even go to INEC to beg them to come to our wards, wherever our people are. Not only in Asaba.
Okay.
I make sure I go around the whole state to sensitize our people, let them go and get a voter's card. That is number one. That is number one. I make sure I go from here to Wari, to Koko, to Gara, to Sapele, to Patani, to Ozoro Ole, Abo.
Go ahead.
Ekanotis, Ogwashuku, everywhere we go around and call our leaders and the political leaders. Let them go and make sure our people register. That's number one. The last time I went, it was Ole. I had a meeting with the council chairman and the Sarkis and the imams of that local government. We all sit down. I told them, let them go and register.
Okay.
If they want to support the government, because the Delta State government are doing well for us, more especially with the Arewas, because we have many appointments. Not only me.
Okay.
I'm not the only one in government. We have other board members that are in government.
Okay.
We have councillors. We have special assistants that are in government. So to reciprocate is to get our voters card and vote for the government on that very day.
Okay.
That is why I say on no account should one vote go to any other party except APC. From President
tell the people watching
from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to our leader, His Excellency Elder Sheriff Oborewori, to our father, Senator Ifeanyi Okowa, and all the three senators, and all our House of Reps. Right Honorable Ndude Melu, he's there before he did well for us.
Okay.
And we believe he's going to do better also. All of them, both our House of Assembly. I went around and told them. And I'm starting from next week, I'm still going around again to tell our people that this is the way forward. Because if you want us to always continue supporting the government, vote for the governor,
All right.
vote for our president.
What you're saying now, because you're talking to your people now, can you say it in the language you will? Can you say it in Hausa language? Briefly.
In Hausa language, I say, mutanen mu 'yan Arewa, muna roƙonku ku zaɓi President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, mu zaɓi mai gidanmu Governor Sharif Oborewori, gona ne na 'yan Arewa, kusan ɗan Arewa ne Sharif. Ko muna so a zaɓi sanatocinmu gaba ɗaya, kowa san former governor mai gidanmu ne. It's my father, Governor Ifeanyi Atokwa. He did a lot of things for us. He gave us that market, build security posts, build many things for us in the market. Did a lot of things, empower many of us.
All right, you have come back. You have come back to English. That means you have told them what you want to. Now, before I let you go, maybe this question is personal to me.
Very good.
Anybody that goes to, when we hear Alhaji from this part of the world, it's about a big man, somebody that has money, controls. But we are hearing that somebody who just went to Hajj and come back is Alhaji. So what's the difference between Imam and Alhaji?
You see, Alhaji is somebody who from here visits Holy Land.
Okay.
You cannot become Alhaji until you go to Saudi Arabia. That's you visit Holy Land.
Okay.
That's Mecca and Medina. You go and perform Hajj. That is, when you come back, they call you Alhaji.
Okay.
Then an Imam is somebody who leads the prayer.
Okay.
It's just like pastor or bishop.
Okay.
That is it.
All right. Now, if you're an Alhaji, and an Imam, if an Imam has not gone to Mecca,
it's not an Alhaji.
It's not an Alhaji.
An Imam is somebody that have the knowledge of the Quran.
Quran, okay. It's a teacher.
Before you become an Imam, you must go to Islamic school and get the knowledge.
Okay.
You can, like you don't know anything, you can't lead.
Yeah.
If you didn't go to pastoral school, you can't become a pastor.
That's right. Yeah. We have been with a man who is very amiable, very sublime in his approach to life. Yeah. So we will continue the conversation with him when we come back after the short break. Wake up with us every morning.
We'll bring you news at its peak.
Accurate and factual report.
Morning Dew, where every sunrise begins with inspiration and fresh perspectives.
Yes, welcome back. We're being with a man who is very glib in what he's talking about Alhaji Anwar Tukur, who is the leader of the Arewa community in Asaba. Is it in Delta State?
Delta State.
In the whole of Delta State. Yeah. Now, when you talked about your tour, that you normally go to visit your people, you know, the way you mentioned communities in Delta, it shows you are very versatile. Ole, Abo, everywhere. Now, what is the reception you get? I know you are born in Asaba here, but you see, in every place, there's always factionalization. You are born in Asaba here, bred here. How much do you get reception from the Arewa community in other parts of Delta State? How do they receive you? Are there people who think, why should it be you?
You see, normally when they say leader, I'm not the only leader, but actually I'm political leader here. Before I go to a place, I will let them know that I'm coming. They will prepare for me and wait for me to come. They will mobilize and come out.
Okay.
During the election, and wherever I go, more especially during the election, I used to call the council chairman who is there and also call the House of Rep there or House of Assembly in that local government that is there to come. Yeah. Like the other day, I was in Abaraka before the election. The deputy speaker, I called him. He was engaged on me, but he sent his people. He sent his people, they came there, and I called Ibori's daughter because she's contesting for House of Rep.
Yes.
She sent her people there. And one good thing that happens in that place is that the circuit of that place, because I normally used to talk to him, he makes sure say he registered more than 500 people in Abraka that time. that the late Saki that is there. He makes sure say he took people from Abraka to Isokolo to get the INEC people registered.
To register them.
Yes, that thing was very fantastic. I make sure say that is why I see some of the Sakis when government is about like some years back when government are sponsoring them to Hajj, I will make sure say they are part of. Like Sakhi of one, he has went to Hajj through government sponsor.
Okay.
Like other imams, they went to Mecca through government sponsors.
When you do these visits, how do you get funds? How do you get money? Now that transport is very expensive.
You know, when you have the passion.
Yes.
When you have the passion. The little I have, I used to say, may they take this one and buy cola. You know, our tradition in Delta.
No, it's not even only the cola. I'm talking about traveling. Traveling, fueling your car.
I do it by myself. I do fuel my car by myself.
So, on the whole, how do you see politics in Delta State?
Politics is very fantastic in Delta State. Better than many other places.
How do you
When you go to in the other places in the north, they go to radio, television, abusing this one, abusing that, insulting this one. You don't see that thing in Delta. Like, for example, you go to Kano. Somebody will just enter, go and pay for airtime and start insulting one,
his opposition.
Yes. But in Delta, you don't see such a thing.
All right, good to see you. Because as you have come, you have educated us more on how people are coping in Delta State. Now, if you want to place a demand on Delta State government on what you want him to do for you and your people, what would that be?
You see, it's like, you know, what the current governor is doing. He's tying road all over the places. Most of our community, the Arewa densely populated community, like in Wari, he has touched, when you go there, they try the rules in Ibudu, all those Ibudu area, Ibudu market area, the governor is doing well. Like in Asaba, some of the surrounding area, they are doing it. And the Hausa quarter, that is the governor who says he's going to do the road, and I believe by the special grace of God, last week or last 2 weeks, they came from the Ministry of Capital Territory to measure the road.
Yeah.
So you see, something is going to happen. And there is street lights in all the inner and crannies of the area. Government has put in street lights.
Now, most of the structures there are substandard. If government wants to rebuild that place and evacuate it to another place, will it be possible?
Which place?
Your Hausa quarter.
Hausa quarter. We have been there for years.
That's what I'm saying. When they want to rebuild it, they want to build
demolish the houses.
A modern city. They want to. I'm just asking you if they want to, demolish and build a modern city based on the support you are giving government. Will people agree to leave that place?
No.
I mean, temporarily.
Whatever government say, we will agree with what government says.
Okay.
You see, right now they are building a modern market. Government are building modern market in Kebu. Okay. That's a modern market. They are building a massive modern market. There, you see, all this is part of. I will have a primary health care center around that area. So government, that is why we must support. I told my people, this is total. My father is contesting. That's right. Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Atokwa. One vote will not be out. Our leader is contesting for a second time. That's our brother. Sheriff is our brother. It's our brother. When I say our brother, I mean it's our brother.
Yeah.
We must support him. It is a must. Capital letter must. Everybody must support him. All of us will be rallied behind him.
Okay.
From President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to the last person, to the House of Assembly, we will support all of them.
Okay. Now, so much with you, Alhaji Anwar Tukro. He is the leader of the Arewa community here in Delta State, and of course, Chairman, Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board. Thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you.
And we want to urge you to continue living in peace in Delta and then involving whatever we're doing.
No problem.
Viewer, stay with us.
Thank you very much.
We'll go to other conversations when we come back. Wake up with us every morning.
We'll bring you at its peak.
Accurate and factual report.
Morning Dew, where every sunrise begins with inspiration and fresh perspectives.
Wake up with us every morning.
We'll bring you news at its peak.
Accurate and factual report.
Morning Dew, where every sunrise begins with inspiration and fresh perspectives.
Yes, welcome back. And of course, we want to thank you for staying with us since the morning. We're already having in the studio a man we describe as a politician, a public affairs commentator. He has been here once and again. And of course, we felt we should have him on our screen again today, talking about Honorable Ogbueshi Tajuji, Taju, Sumono Isiche. I think you like to describe like that.
Thank you.
You know, so he is the executive assistant to the governor on community development. And we're here to discuss a few of politics in the state and of course maybe beyond. Let's start with this. The Delta State government just mounted, a summit called Delta State Economic / Investment Summit. And of course, attracted a whole lot of people, personalities, and of course, expertise to the state, to Georgia, on how to, exploit our vast resources. Now, as a politician, how do you see that as a masterstroke building to 2027?
Thank you very much, my dear brother and my dear sister. I believe the economic summit is not about 2027.
Okay.
It's all about the development of Delta State.
Okay.
It's all about the economy of Delta State and Nigeria at large. Delta State is not just any kind of state. Delta State is not an hidden state. Delta State is known all over the world. And when Delta State sneezes, the world catches cold.
The world again, eh?
The world.
What do you mean by that?
For you to agree with me, Delta State is the largest oil producing state in Nigeria.
Okay.
Nigeria is the 5th or 6th producing country, oil country in the world.
Yeah.
So anything that happened to Delta State, by extension, happened to the world.
Okay.
Look at small Ukraine, not compared to the economy of Nigeria, even though they are in a developed country. Look at the little things that is happening to them. It affects the world negatively, especially in area of agriculture, before talking about gas. Not to talk of Delta State, that produce the highest oil among the committee of nations. Therefore, the governor, with his wisdom, have looked about the first thing to do is to stabilize the state by ensuring that security is paramount. And I believe we have relatively peace in Delta State. People go about their businesses, unlike some country or some states in Nigeria. After that has been achieved, I believe in the wisdom of the governor. What he thinks again is, how do we put food in the table of the people? And that is the economic part of politics. And there's no how a politician can relate or do well without the economy of this world. That is not how. Therefore, the economic summit. And do you know what the governor is doing also? The governor is looking beyond oil. Because when you talk about Delta State, you talk about Nigeria, the first thing that comes to your mind is oil. But the man is looking beyond oil. We have the oil producing community in Delta State. How can the economy of this state also get into other community and other local government that does not have oil? There are many other things you can do, and that is enterprise.
Now let's look at this area. Your purview is community development. You have talked about a crucial component, which is security. Now, the next is development of the community in terms of provision of facilities. Some of these things we talked about in the summit, how do they affect our real communities?
The communities,
what are we looking at?
The communities are the beneficiary of everything.
Okay.
Because there is no business that is attracted to this state. There is no business that is established in this state that is not domiciled in our community.
Okay.
So the economy of the community boosts because people will be employed. The goods that you have in those community will be patronized.
Okay.
For example, a company comes to set up a business in your community. Definitely they must be housed. You will see that the landlords in those communities will smile to the fact.
We begin to
not some
increase their
community
rent.
where it is only goats that are living in some buildings because lack of occupants. Now, our lands that are there, when these investors, if it is agric, for example, those arable land that we have, arable lands that we have, will become useful. We'll have more food on our table. If it is issue of rubber, we'll have industries that can be producing rubber like we used to have in one of your local government in Okwane, where we have Michelin in those days. Utabuno. But during the past government without visions, they left for Ghana. If they can be able to be attracted to come back, you know what it is to that particular community and the tax state in extent. So the community, the host community and neighboring community are the beneficiary. And then you can have our wards can have choice of place to work. Either I want to work in the civil service or I want to work in the private sector. The gains are enormous. Even the person selling corn at the road, person selling akara, the patronage will increase.
Okay, so we've talked about beyond oil, and you also mentioned rubber, if I remember clearly. So which other, natural resources can be utilized and be looked into for investments in the state?
I will suggest this today because of the short of time.
Okay.
But let me pick one. Number one should be power.
Okay.
Now let's just take a clue from what the Delta State government have done by having their own IPP. 24 hours uninterrupted power supply in government offices and government accommodations.
Okay.
If we have with what President Tinubu have done immediately he came in, by removing power from the exclusive list, that state government, local government, and private individuals can generate power and sell to the community. If we have investors today that can invest in power and we have adequate power, then the entrepreneur nobody will mind what is happening in politics. Nobody will mind what is happening in the civil service. Even the hairdressers can do very well.
Now,
One of my barber, one of my barber that cut my hair in the US uses limousine. What concerns him with a government job?
Government job.
Because he have stable power supply that anytime the customer come, he can attend to our hair.
Yeah.
And he can use that to put food to his table and do very well.
Exactly.
So it becomes issue not like in this place whereby you look at some professions and you look down on them. It becomes his calling, it becomes his profession, and he's proud of his job. Because you, the big man, need his services, no matter how big you are.
Let's come this way. We're building up to 2027. Let's talk a little politics. Because I know that's your usual tough. The other day, just about 2 weeks ago,
yes, sir.
If I'm right, INEC ended registration and re-registration.
You must move to the next phase.
Yes. So now, sitting back here as Executive Assistant to Governor on Community Development, how much are you satisfied that you mobilize the people of voting age to register for the next election?
Thank you very much. I would say you journalists are doing this service to we or me of the people of Oshimili South.
Okay.
Because indeed we sensitize the people.
Okay.
Telling them the importance of registering to have a voter's card. Telling them that the voter's card is as important to them as their life.
Yeah.
Telling them that the voter's card is as important as some of them that have visas to travel to some other country.
Okay.
And that is the only visa you have to vote. And I, in particular, have been able to educate people to know that when election time comes and you are not a partaker in the electioneering process, and you're unable to vote because you don't have a voter's card, after this long time opportunity given to you, then you have no right to say
to complain
after the election. The only person that have the right to complain is only those that collected voter's card or that went to register for voter's card and also participate in the election. Then you can be able to look at any government to say, we put you there. This is what we demand from you. This is what you campaign to us. Hence, we voted for you. We demand accountability. But if you do not do that, you don't have a voter's card, when people are complaining, the first thing you should ask yourself is, do you have a voter's card? Okay. If you don't, you've committed a sin against this country. Because Constitution permits you that it is your civic responsibility to have a voter's card and to vote as from the age of 18. So when you fail to have that, you call yourself a civil servant, you call yourself a journalist, you call yourself this or that, and you are so busy that you could not do that after this long period, you've committed a sin against the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Okay, so now this is politics, and
yes, ma'am.
Looking at the Osun governorship election just around the corner, slated for August 15th, and now just yesterday we heard that the EFCC freezed the state account, and yes, today we also heard that the president has ordered for the unfreeze of that account. So would you want to say for the EFCC on their own will and power to go to court and request for order to freeze the state account, is it a good one on the part of the EFCC, or we want to say this is political terrorism?
Okay. I think we should measure, Nigerians measure, especially journalists, you measure us on the bad news. When the news came that when they mentioned that the account was freeze, the journalists went hula baloo. But have you checked the law? Have you checked what happened? That is why we have to be acquainted with current affairs to know what is happening.
Yes.
What happened is that the EFCC has come out to tell you that within few days in this week that we are, that is ending today, that a lot of transaction that is suspicious happened
on those accounts.
On that particular account. They have numerous accounts, but that particular account, not all the accounts of Osun State.
Yeah.
And the EFCC has the constitutional right to put a seal on any suspicious account they find, pending when investigation is concluded. They open the account for you. But we know this is political period, and it may be misconstrued for something else. And the president, who also appointed the EFCC chairman and whosoever that is there, has used his own veto power to say, please, for this not to be misunderstood, that we are muzzling these people, please release they account for them.
One question, because our time is very, very strict.
No problem. I'm here for you.
Now, I heard somebody say somewhere that in the last 2023 election, this new area of Asaba was not sensitized for the government of the day.
New areas of Asaba.
New area of Asaba. I mean all these from Intabara and about down this way, because they are inhabited by non-indigenous. Incidentally, that's within your purview.
Yes, sir.
Now we know how that the obedient movement, mobilized a lot of people. Yes. The question is, are you conscious of that?
Very
you know
well.
how to, channel campaign for your party to that area?
The part A of your question is not true.
Okay.
The people of this area, the core area you are talking about, are well sensitized. Who are the occupants of or the residents in this core area? Majority are civil servants. Okay. With civil servants, we say that they are not aware about the government, about government activities. And to the obedient you talk because of time, I want to say this to you. You came to Asaba, you came to Oshimile South. When you are having problem in your southeast, we accommodated you. We are hospitable to you. We give you rest of mind. What you could not do in your place, you run away from war of IPOB. Once in 4 years, we, the people of Delta State and Oshimile South, will go out for elections. Don't disturb us. If you know you are not going to do our bidding, we are soliciting from you. Okay. If you know you are not going to do our bidding, this is our government. Who will govern our state, our town, and our local government, and so on and so forth. Don't come and change the narrative. If you know you are not going, take your voter's card, go to your state and go and vote there.
All right,
don't come and disturb us here. We don't disturb you in your own state, so don't come and disturb us here.
I know I was going to excite you with that question, but thank you, Honorable Taji Ishti, for coming on the program.
Thank you, sir.
We'll have more time with you because we know you are never exhausted. Viewer, that's our program going on today, and we have discussed with Honorable Taji Ishti. We'll continue when we come back. Of course, Success is still here with me. Stay with us. Wake up with us every morning.
We'll bring you news at its peak.
Accurate and factual report.
Morning Dew, where every sunrise begins with inspiration and fresh perspectives.
Wake up with us every morning.
We'll bring you news at its peak.
Accurate and factual report.
Morning Dew, where every sunrise begins with inspiration and fresh perspectives.
Dott Entertainment, your weekly dose of pure fun, airing every Monday to Friday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Saturdays, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. only on Dott TV.
Yes, welcome back from hard news talk about politics and all that. We are coming to the soft ground. And when I say that, you understand what I mean. Of course, entertainment gist, because Kira AK is already in the studio.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm alright.
Okay.
I love
Good to
the.
see you, Kira.
Thank you. I'm glowing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I love how you always introduce me as a soft.
No, you are the soft ground for us. Even when you come, you are soft. And then when you add to the softness of success, everywhere
it's a trampoline.
Yeah.
It's a trampoline.
Yeah.
Well, to just give a few of what's happening in the world of entertainment, I would like to start off with ASAP Rocky and Rihanna. So, I mean, since they got married, people have always had this notion that ASAP is with Rihanna because of her money, right? So recently during a podcast, ASAP was asked why he is still currently with Rihanna and whether her status as a billionaire, because Rihanna is a billionaire confirmed by Forbes, you know. And ASAP had to say that she, being a billionaire, her billionaire status has absolutely nothing to do with their relationship. And that people should please stop trying to pitch them together against each other. That forever she's his baby, and that he is perfectly okay with his multimillionaire status. I mean, they do this like ASAP is a broke, hungry guy. This guy is also a musician, a rapper for that matter.
That's what fans do.
What do you mean that's what fans do? They should stop doing that, because, I mean, for all we know, they could be married.
Yeah.
They could be married. They have not publicly made it known to us that they're married, but from all indications and from some photos that paparazzi were able to steal on when they went for the vacation in Paris, they could be married. And now you're trying to pitch husband and wife against each other. So ASAP was very particular about, almost like a warning, told the fans that Riri's billionaire status ends in her office. She is a beauty mogul. She is also a singer. Riri has been in the business since she was 16 years old. I think she and Chris Brown were, the same mates when it comes to music.
Yeah.
She was with Rock Nation and Chris was, doing his own thing. So he came out to say that Riri's status as a billionaire absolutely has nothing to do with their relationship. And I love me a secure man. Because if you bring it to Nigeria, oh Lord have mercy, the man will try to make you understand that it is you are the wife, you need to submit. Some even go as far as telling you that you should buy properties in their name. Because
a man telling a woman to buy property in his name.
Yes. A woman will buy, yes.
Because you're
They
married.
will tell you that, yes, they will tell you, if you're getting this car, this house, or this land, you're my wife, you bear my son name, it should be in my name.
Yes.
You've not heard of, even the late Ostinachi, the singer, after performing, apparently they paid the money into her husband's account.
That's wickedness.
How is it wickedness? That was how they built their family.
That's wickedness.
But that's how the African men,
you don't make money and the money is
relate
paid
in
into
marriage.
somebody's account in the name of
But
marriage.
I've even seen cases of women that would come for advice. They'll ask you and say, well, I am working and my husband asked me to change the account number to his account number, so that when the salary comes in, it goes to him. Then he will now, out of the goodness of his own heart, give you
Being
what
a
he
submissive
thinks
wife
is okay.
Even the way you are saying it, you are not convinced about what you are saying.
No,
Can you do it?
No, I mean,
for
this
some
is real life
counseling,
stories. I will not do it. But that doesn't
I
mean
will
there
do
are not
it.
women that do it. There are women that are living there are women that are living this particular lifestyle. Let's not even argue it, because I will go get receipts for you. You'll be shocked.
That you paid into your husband's account.
I am not married.
Okay,
Please
now
go to the next
for some
story.
counseling,
What is the next story?
The next story is Davido and Bashir Ahmed. We all know, I don't know if you know, Bashir Ahmed is a political analyst and is also an political. Let's just call him. Davido called him a boy to a president, the last presidency.
Okay.
So, but let's not call him that. Both of them on X have been trading words because, as we know, Davido's uncle is about to contest.
Okay, for second
That's
term.
August 15th election. So David he has always been in support of his uncle. He has always been there way before now. So, which is what he's doing right now for his second tenure. But Bashir took it upon himself to come and trade words with David. And this started when David said that during that he was there when the President Tinubu called the uncle and that he witnessed history. Bashir took it upon himself to just, I don't know, maybe he was just less busy, bored, or just wanted to trend for this particular period, and said that he's going to save this particular tweet because he knew that he's going to come back and cry that they did not get vote. David now traded back and said that he got 16 votes when he contested, that he should please sit this one out. That's not what he said. I just want to say sit this one out because what he said cannot be aired. And then Bashir came back with, how many Grammys have you won? At least I got 16 votes. You have got absolutely no Grammy. David, it was just a banter of words. And when I say banter, I don't mean in a good way. They're almost attacking themselves on social media. Yes, on social media. And I think that's all I have for now for entertainment.
All right. Now, people make issues out of everything. But you see, like what you are saying about Rihanna and, is it A$AP?
Oh, yes, A$AP Rocky.
People need to be very careful. Some of these things depend on your upbringing at home. Me, I don't have problem having a wife that is very rich.
Okay.
And I don't have any issue telling my wife to pay money to my account for me to be assured that she's my wife.
There are men that
it doesn't
are
make
suffering
sense.
from
It's men who are soft, men who are cheap, men who are not groomed, that will tell their wives, because the real man who want to provide for the wife.
Okay, but
want to take care of the wife.
Harry, I have you said a man that is soft. I don't see anything with a man being soft. What do you mean by soft?
When I say soft, I mean weak.
Oh,
when I say
weakling.
weak, I mean weak in the brain too.
Oh.
That you don't reason well. How do you expect that your wife should be your source of, and then you sit down? No, it doesn't make any man happy.
When you say weak, how would you liken weak men and mommy's boy or mommy's boy?
All of
husband?
them are the same.
Oh, they are the same category, different
All right,
branches.
yes, but
The
talking
same
about
one.
this, billionaire status of a wife and a husband who is not earning up to the wife.
He's
But
rich.
he's
Though.
earning.
He's rich.
But he's rich, but
Multi-millionaire in
yes.
dollars.
What do you
Not
need-
He's rich.
naira.
No,
What
I'm
do you
coming,
need
but
money
I
for?
said talking about a husband that is not earning up to the wife. Do you understand? Now, I've seen some cases of heard some, counseling cases. I would say, wife, be submissive to your husband,
Not
and
with your salary.
that as you're submissive, your husband needs to know how much you earn, how much enters your account, goes out of your account. When you receive your salary, you take it to him and show him, darling,
Success.
this is my salary, or how
Success,
do we
because of
spend
our
it?
time, let that be the conversation of another day. Maybe we just take that as a topic. Should wives submit their salary? Or should
Exactly.
submission
Because
include
it includes
the wife's
salary.
income?
Yes.
Thank you, Kira, for coming. Of course, Success, thank you for being there. Our guys in the control room, Nkechi Chikudi, Chika Ikechukwu, Uzochi Okere, and of course, my guy, Aaron Ojefo. Thank you for all that you have done today, making the program a success. And of course, big shout out to the management of Dott TV for the privilege. We'll be back on the flip side of the week. Have a very wonderful weekend. Wake up with us every morning.
We'll bring you news at its peak.
Accurate and factual report.
Morning Dew, where every sunrise begins with inspiration and fresh perspectives.